Welcome back. It is Sunday, April 9th in the NBA. My three favorite picks are on the way. Before I dive into anything, it is the final day of the NBA regular season. It's been another great season with you all, a very profitable one. Now, don't worry, the videos aren't stopping for the NBA playoffs, but they'll be a little bit different as we won't have as many games to bet on. But as for betting today, be a little bit careful. It's a weird, wacky day. I have three picks, but I want to let you guys know there's a potential that I might add maybe more, maybe 1, 2, 3, maybe even more than that, because a lot of value opens up. A lot of people are resting, so you have to get in ahead of the madness, but sometimes if you can find the madness and pinpoint it, you might have a great day to profit. So I might have some added plays. They will be pinned on the pinned comment. But the easiest way to find them is at our Twitter, at Calling Our Shot. Just turn on the notifications. You can just keep them on for just today. You can turn them off afterwards, or you can keep them on because I post out all our plays there a little bit after the video. So check that out. I'll try to post them in the pinned comment. We have 2 game times, one at 1 p.m. Eastern, one at 3:30. I'm going to try to get kind of, if I add some plays, I'll try to do them in waves. So at the 1 p.m. tip-off, I'll try to get them out around 12:30, 12:40 if I do add some plays all Eastern time. For the 3:30, I don't think there's as many games at 3:30, so not sure I'll add any plays there, but I'll try to get those live around 3 p.m. Eastern time if I do add any. Like I said, they'll be in the pinned comment, but the easiest way is on our Twitter, at Calling Our Shot. Either way, let's dive into a recap from yesterday. Yeah, I had no picks. 0-0. Looking at the dang games, I wish I gave out some picks, because if you looked at how the games went, basically every single lean I talked about in yesterday's video smacked. Albaji easily crushed his points. Kevin Knox easily crushed his points. Trey Jones destroyed all of his lines. I gave out a lot of leans. I know my man Ben in my DMs on Twitter, he took advantage of them. He turned $5 into like $1,100, $1,200. So hopefully he took advantage of those. I won't track anything towards my record because I didn't bet on anything, but it was a pretty good day. Now, the only thing I did bet on was our no house advantage card. And hey, the entry, the parlay smacked. $10 turned into $120. Hopefully he took advantage of that. I'll have some more no house advantage parlays the rest of the NBA postseason. And obviously we have a bunch of other sponsors all down below. And look, we have another sponsor, speaking of Bet365. Look, they got one. You can get $200 worth of bonus bets. All you got to do is to use our sign up link, top link in the description. You deposit $10 and you place a $1 money line bet on any NBA team, MLB team, NHL, whatever's going on. You check it out. All the details down below in the description. A lot of you guys have used that Bet365 offer, and I appreciate for using it. But it is the final day of the regular season. It is Easter. Happy Easter to everyone out there. Let's dive in. We have some MLB plays if you want those. We got these 3 plays plus potential for added plays. Pin comment. Check that out. The first one is going to be a guy we haven't really bet on a whole lot this season, but he's pretty decent. His name's Jalen Green. I like him, of the Houston Rockets. Over 29.5 points plus assists, minus 120 on Bet365. Now, like I said, it's hard to really project what's going to happen, but I think Green's going to get his playing time here, and you'll understand why. Now, honestly, I'd make this a 1.5 unit play, but it's the final day of the regular season. He could get benched at halftime. He could get benched after the first quarter. Anything could happen. So I won't make this a 1.5 unit play, just 1 unit. Really would be skeptical to put anything more than 1 unit on any of these plays, or any play in general the rest of the NBA season this last day. But you guys do yourself. It's your bankroll. You do whatever you want with it. Now, if you need individual line, points is the way to go. Now, the reason I'm tacking on assists is because over the last 8 games, we've seen Green average 5 assists per game on 8.3 potential assists, most on the team. Kevin Porter Jr. is out tonight. Now, if you flash back all the way to last year, the end of the NBA season last year, Green went out there, dropped 41 points, 3 assists, played a lot of minutes, and that game didn't mean anything to the Rockets. Today really doesn't mean a whole lot. Now, there is a chance there's a sudden reduction in minutes for Green, but if that does not happen, he's going to have his hands in a lot versus a team in the Wizards that has no rim protection. Now, Kristaps is out. Daniel Gafford, their best rim protector, also out. And we've seen Green, just in general, dominating and absolutely crushing this line in the last 4 games. 37, 31, 36, and 32 points plus assists going over in all 4. He's attempted 18, 21, 27, and 22 field goal attempts. So a lot of field goal attempts. Like I said, he's getting the assists, and all those are with Kevin Porter Jr. active, their point guard. KPJ is out tonight, so I think they maybe run through Sengun a little bit more, but I still think that Jalen Green has a great chance to go out there and shoot a ton. He's been averaging 18 drives per game over these last 4. So he's driving to the hoop, getting to the free throw line, which is good, because if he's not knocking down jump shots, you need him to at least see something go through the hoop. And look, I think it's reasonable to expect him to at least shoot 18 times tonight. Now, that might be a low number. That might be a floor for Mr. Jalen Green if he gets his normal minutes, and I think he does. Now, Green is over this line, 29.5 points plus assists in 16 of his last 25 games with 18 or more field goal attempts. Now, obviously, the field goal attempts should be there, and now those games include a lot of games where he wasn't passing the ball as much as he might today, but I still think that the Rockets are a team that's locked into the top 3 seed. not 3 seed, top 3 worst record. They're tied, I think, with the Spurs in terms of the worst record in the Western Conference, but I don't really see a big incentive to lose this game. So I think the Rockets go out there and do the thing. Maybe at the end of the game, they maybe just don't play any defense and just let the Wizards try to score. But still, I think Jalen Green can get wherever he wants in this game. They're on the road. I think Jalen Green steps up. It's not like the Rockets have been playing, 10, 11-man rotations. They've really been at like an 8-man rotation the last couple weeks. They'll probably go to a 9 or 10-man today, but I still think Jalen Green gets his minutes. He's going to shoot a lot. I like his over 29.5 points plus assists. I'll throw a unit on it if we randomly get hit with some only like 20 minutes for Jalen Green, whatever. I'll take the 1 unit out, but I think he gets his normal minutes, which is like 35 to 36, maybe even more than that. I think Jalen Green tries to enter the offseason with a big game. I like Jalen Green's over in points plus assists at 29.5. You can take it up to 31.5. We just pray he gets his normal minutes. Now, as for my second play, it is going to be the greatest player of all time. Not LeBron James. Not, I don't know who, Michael Jordan. Svi Mykhailiuk. I mean, come on. The guy's a legend. Over 20.5 points plus assists, minus 130 on DraftKings. I'd take this at 21.5. Love his PRA line, too. And look, we're expecting another Mykhailiuk masterclass. That's what the kids call it. And we're expecting that out of him today. Now, the last time we took him, which was, 2 days ago, Mykhailiuk treated us to 25 points and 5 assists. If you only need an individual line, points is probably the way to go. Now, we're rolling back with him again against the Cavaliers. And like I've talked about time and time again, the Hornets don't really have anyone healthy. So Mykhailiuk's going to go out there, and he is very incentivized to play well today because he's a free agent this offseason. He's kind of been in a hit or miss in the NBA. He's been up and down on different teams. So he's looking for a stable spot in the offseason, and he's got to play well today. And I think he gets his normal minutes. Now, like I've talked about the Hornets, deep breath, are without LaMelo Ball, Terry Rozier, Kelly Oubre Jr., Gordon Hayward, PJ Washington, Cody Martin, and probably Dennis Smith Jr. likely. He's questionable, probably not playing. We've seen Svi step up in these games. Over the last 5 games when he's played a lot of minutes without all these guys, he's at 26, 21, 31, 24, and 30 points plus assists, going over in 5 straight. Last game, he only got like 11. He got like 11 minutes in the first half, but he easily hit it, got a lot of minutes in the second half, and he saw a season high 21 field goal attempts last game. It probably was a career high, I won't lie to you. Now, the Hornets are on the road versus the Cavaliers. The Cavaliers are good defense, but they are benching everyone as well, so their defense isn't nearly as good as their starters will be. And look, Svi, like I said, is playing for a contract. He has every incentive to go out there and play well, and I don't see them randomly just not giving him a lot of minutes. The reason I'm tacking on assists here is because he's averaged 6 assists per game on 9.4 potential assists over these last 5 games. So I assume he gets another 30, 35 minutes tonight. I think he can do us well. Get us a Mykhailiuk masterclass once again. Final game of the season. Hopefully Mykhailiuk can give us another 1-0 play for him. He's been really good recently. Hopefully he continues doing it. Hopefully the field goal attempts are there and the minutes are there. Should be able to get it done. Svi Mykhailiuk, one guy you would never expect us to bet again on, but over 20.5 points plus assists. We're riding with him. Now, my third and final play will be an under. And it's going to be a guy that's very talented. Not as talented as Svi Mykhailiuk, but it is Kawhi Leonard. I like his under 25.5 points, minus 120 on Bet365. Now, Mykhailiuk, maybe you could teach Leonard a couple things about how being good in the NBA, but let's actually talk about why I like Kawhi Leonard's under. Obviously, Kawhi, one of the best players in the league. Now, the Clippers are going to be on the road facing the Suns. Now, there are some incentives here for the Clippers to win, and we'll talk about them in a second, but the Suns are going to rest all their starters, like 13-point underdogs, 14-point underdogs. But what I do like is that the Suns do play some of their decent defenders. Josh Okogie, very good defender, and Torrey Craig. Those guys are 2 decent defenders that can at least try to make life difficult on Kawhi. So, in general, Kawhi Leonard, this 25.5 points line, it's not an easy line to hit. You can't just hit it in 1 quarter. You can't hit it in 1 half. But I still think that when we're looking at this game, we saw Kawhi Leonard play yesterday, so he's on a back-to-back here. They played him for 29 minutes. Now, sure, he scored 27 points, went over, but his minutes were heavily reduced. What is the incentive to play him here today? The Clippers obviously have managed Kawhi's minutes all year long, so there's no reason for him to log more than 30 minutes tonight. And so if he's logging, 28, 30 minutes, look, there's the odds of him scoring 26 points. Sure, he could do it. He's done it once yesterday, but it's not necessarily a guarantee. I think people can go out there and score against the Suns' second unit. But look, the Clippers sitting in the 5 spot. If they win today, then the Warriors lose, they will be in the 5 spot, which is good. If they lose and the Warriors win, they probably go to the 6 spot. There is a world where the Clippers do drop to the 7 seed. A lot has to go right or wrong for them. They would have to lose here today. They would need the Warriors to lose as well. And then they would need, I think, the Timberwolves or Pelicans, or then they need the Pelicans to win. So there's a lot of things that have to go wrong for them to drop all the way to the 7 seed. But if they are coasting in this game, they will bench Kawhi Leonard. Ty Lue, we've seen him play weirdo minutes all year long. We've seen Kawhi's 2 games versus Phoenix this year. He went under this. And this is when other guys were starting. He scored 11 and 16 points. He's under this line, 25.5 points, in 18 of his last 25 games with less than 35 minutes. Look, if I'm going to take a 1-unit L because Ty Lue wants to run Kawhi Leonard into the ground, playing him 36 or more minutes in a game that doesn't mean a ton to this team. And look, honestly, if the Clippers had it their way, I bet you they'd probably rather lose today and somehow let luck into the 6th seed than it is to win and have to play the Suns, who are the 4th seed. So look, I love the Kings, sorry, but you'd rather play against the Kings, who are inexperienced in the playoffs, than a team like the Suns with Chris Paul, Kevin Durant, Devin Booker. Yeah, I think you understand that. So at the end of the day, there are a few scenarios where Kawhi Leonard plays maybe the first half and then doesn't play again. That can happen. It's Ty Lue we're talking about. But there's also a scenario where Kawhi Leonard just doesn't play well and doesn't knock down his shots. That's potential. But I just think there's too many outs here. I think there's a way that Kawhi Leonard doesn't play a lot of minutes today. I'll take a 1-unit L on this one if Kawhi just plays a ton of minutes or he's super efficient from the field. But I think the Suns can defend him somewhat. I think the second unit that are starting for the Suns team can do at least decently defensively. Maybe they'll let Norm Powell do everything. But I just don't see Kawhi Leonard playing a ton of minutes today. He didn't play a ton of minutes yesterday. He's on a back-to-back. I don't know. I'll take my chances. I'll take his under 25.5 points and live with it. So, look, those are my 3 favorite plays of the day. It's been a great NBA regular season. If you want any added plays, they might be in the pinned comment. We're waiting on a couple of them. We'll let you know, and hopefully the books aren't watching. Shake Milton, don't you dare give him a low line. I'll do it again. But either way, we'll see exactly what we play. So check that pinned comment. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at @CallinOurShot. It's been a great regular season. Won't have an NBA video tomorrow because there are no games, but play-in games are starting up, I think, on Tuesday. We'll have a ton of different videos throughout the playoffs, a little bit different than our normal videos, but still going to be hopefully handing out some winners. Let's again have a great end to the NBA regular season today on Sunday. Let's watch the Masters if you're watching it. Go check out our MLB videos. Let's keep crushing it. I'll see you guys back in, tomorrow for the MLB video, but in a couple days for some NBA action. Love you guys. Thanks for a great year. We're still going to keep cooking. See you guys in the next one. Peace out.